Yo, it is Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, doing my prediction for the divisional round, 49ers versus Green Bay Packers in San Francisco, Levi Stadium. I'm excited for that matchup. I hope you guys are as well. If you're a 49er fan, brand new to my channel, or a returning subscriber, welcome as always. If you're a Packer fan for the first time joining my channel for this prediction, welcome to my channel as well. If you're commenting below, let's have a good discussion. Let's see who's going to win this game. Have a fun time. Isn't that what football is all about? Is having a fun time, enjoying the game as much as possible. Well, minus the referee doing some weird stuff. Other than that, let's enjoy this game. Tough teams, both great teams. The 49ers are coming off a bye week. They haven't been playing football in a while. They did play against the Los Angeles Rams the last week of the regular season. A lot of the guys were out for that one. Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey. A lot of the guys played like the first quarter, then they went out. They're going to be well rested, but that could be backfiring them if they are rusty. That's the only concern I have for them if they do indeed come to this game flat against a very hot Green Bay Packers team who is playing really good football. Not just the wild card game against the Cowboys, but the second half of the year, ever since the game against the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving night where they beat them pretty good. They've been on a roll. Jordan Love, big development from him from the start of the season all the way until now. Young receivers like Christian Watson. You have your typical guys like Aaron Jones. You have a great young stud defense. You have guys like Preston Smith and that whole defensive line. Jaire Alexander, the local North Carolina man right there. He's playing good football too despite injuries, getting benched for one game for unusual reasons. A lot of great talent on that Green Bay Packer team led by Matt LaFleur. We know him pretty well in San Francisco because we play him like every single year, it feels like, whether it's in the regular season or in the playoffs. This time it will be Jordan Love, not Aaron Rodgers. Maybe Jordan can have a better game than Rodgers because Rodgers, every time he played the 49ers, he'd always choke, honestly, or have a bad game against us. Maybe it'll change, but hopefully not because we need to win this game big time to go to the NFC Championship. Let's get this video started, but before I do, per usual, like and subscribe if you're new to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you guys so much for always coming back, commenting below. You guys know who you are. I could mention you guys by name, but that wouldn't be fair. Thank you guys so much. Let's get this started. 49ers versus Green Bay Packers. Who is going to win this game? Prediction time. All right, so before I make my prediction, I want to talk some things that are important for the 49ers and the Packers, especially the Niners, in order to win this game. The Packers, they're coming off a dominant win over the Dallas Cowboys. Did anybody see that coming? I don't think anybody saw that. I think people, including myself, would pick the Packers to win, but at the same time, I didn't think they would just steamroll the Cowboys. That was just great to see, honestly. That was amazing. I mean, Jordan Love was fantastic in that one. I believe he had 3 touchdowns in that one. Aaron Jones also had a lot of touchdowns as well. Defense, they just absolutely shut down Dak Prescott and company. Stuff that 49ers got to look forward to in order to beat the Packers. Hopefully they did the things that the Cowboys did do in that game because they did nothing right in that one. Other things, coaching, Matt LaFleur, he's a very good coach. This is probably one of his best coaching jobs ever since coming to Green Bay because a lot of people, including myself, were talking about how Aaron Rodgers is carrying LaFleur, but you look at it now, first year, Rodgers not there. Jordan Love, first full year starting, he's doing a fantastic job, developed him as a great quarterback. Got to give much credit to LaFleur, and he is indeed a great coach for the Green Bay Packers. All right, so that out of the way, looking at the 49ers, how can they beat the Packers? Well, as I said, don't play like the Dallas Cowboys. That was just awful right there. I'd say the number one thing is to get Jordan Love very uncomfortable. Let him feel the pressure that the 49ers are known to do with that defensive line. Luckily, we have guys like Eric Armstead coming back. That is just fantastic news right there. He's been out for pretty much almost half the year in 2023. Having him back in the lineup, that's going to help out a lot. You have guys like Jaire Brown going to be coming back in the defensive backfield. That's much helpful as well. Just a lot of guys that were injured and had stuff that needed to be worked on in terms of injuries. They're all coming back. That's very helpful right there. Brock Purdy's going to be healthy. Christian McCaffrey's going to be super healthy for the most part. He's been taking a pounding all year long because we've used him a lot. Having those extra weeks off, I think that's very beneficial to him and the offense. Trent Williams, he pretty much just rested up, I think. I mean, he's age 35. He really had to take it easy near the end of the season, and now he looks like he's fully rested, ready to go. That's awesome to see right there. I'm just so excited to see this 49er team play football again. It was kind of a bummer not to see him in the wild card, but hey, I'll take the week off. All the players were talking about this is a playoff win right there because we didn't have to play in the first round. That is completely true right there. The real game starts on Saturday night. road to the Super Bowl, but one game at a time. Let's focus on the Packers. Let's focus on Jordan Love and that underrated defense who can be very, very good. And we saw that on Saturday against the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of hype with the Packers. Do I think it's warranted? Yes, I do believe, because they've been playing good in the second half of the year, and they're a very dangerous team. Because who saw the Packers being in the playoffs? Who saw Jordan Love being a great quarterback, almost elite quarterback, I would say, in the second half of the year? I didn't. I thought he was going to be struggling all year long, and they'll be good next year with a young, talented team, first and second year guys. They're doing a really good job. I got to give much respect to them. The 49ers, I want them to win big time. I need them to win. 49ers have been on the Super Bowl cusp for the past few years now, ever since Kyle Shanahan got there in 2017, starting in 2019. They haven't been able to close out the deal. I'm hoping this year is the year where they can close out the deal and finally win the Super Bowl, because there's a lot of guys in the Kyle Shanahan tree. His branch is just expanding in the NFL, like DeMeco Ryans, Bobby Slowick, Mike McDaniel, Rob Saleh. All these guys are doing great things in the NFL. Kyle Shanahan's imprint is all over the NFL right now. As we see, he's becoming the NFL, I would say, in terms of offense especially. The guy himself, the mastermind of all of it, he needs to win the Super Bowl himself, and I'm hoping that they get there as soon as possible in the next few weeks. But got to win this game against the Packers. Got to win against his friend Matt LaFleur. We'll see where that leads us to. If I had to pick a team to win this one, I'm be picking the San Francisco 49ers as always. Do I think it's going to be a blowout? I don't know. Probably not. I think it should be a close one. I feel like the Packers are playing really good football right now. 49ers can't let their guard down at all. I know they've had a lot of rest, but I just don't want to be the situation like the Ravens in 2019 where they got like 3 or 4 weeks of rest and they just ended up coming up flat. That's one thing I'm afraid of if that were to happen on Saturday. But the team is ready. They're ready to go. They need this bye week more than anybody else with all the injuries that they had in the second half of the year. 49ers got to do it. Got to get this job done. I think Brock Purdy's going to have a pretty good game. I don't believe he's going to be throwing pick sixes or anything like that. That is just an unusual game that Dak Prescott had against Green Bay. I do not think Brock will repeat that performance yet. Christian McCaffrey, who can run the ball really well. Run defense, they got to be worried about that. Aaron Jones just was liberal to run the ball any day of the week against the Cowboys' run defense. I'm hoping the 49ers tighten up even more. But as I said, having number 91 back, that is a big difference maker right there. 49ers picking them in this game. I think it'll be a close one. I think the 49ers are going to be motivated in this game big time. The Packers are also motivated because they're the number 7 seed and they're the big underdogs in this one coming in to this matchup. That's it, guys. Picking the 49ers to go to the NFC Championship game. Who do they play? Not sure yet. It's going to be either Detroit or Tampa Bay. We'll find out later on Sunday after that. We can talk about that game as well, assuming that the 49ers do win this game on Saturday night. That's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening to this. Comment below on who you think is going to win this game. Prediction time. Love to hear what you got to say, whether you're a 49er, Packer fan, or just a football fan in general. Be great to talk to you guys. I'll be talking to you guys in the next few days. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Hope you have a good rest of your day, rest of your night. Go Niners all day.